So one of the common issues I see when people are trying to use the front leg techniques is when they lift their legs, it makes it easy for your opponent just to step in and jam their kick. So if I'm doing a side kick like this, I'm used to lifting my leg and getting kicks like this, right? It feels fine, I'm just taking the bag. It's like, all right. The problem is, I'm lifting my leg like this. An opponent can simply step towards me and jam me, basically intercepting the start of my kick with their entire body. Or as the leg comes up, they put their leg on top of it to do a checking kick, or even they just block it on the way up. It becomes very, very easy to block these sort of sweeping up legs because they never make it to the target. You'll see a lot of times in lower level competitions with newer practitioners, a lot of times they're lifting their legs and they're just banging shins into each other, banging knees into each other. Nothing's landing into the body because they're lifting at their legs in this kind of sloppy way. So let's actually get a bit of an exercise here. We're gonna practice this, okay? We'll set up your target, we'll set up a chair, and we'll just practice lifting the leg over the chair, pivot, and then back, okay? So now the return, like a lot of people pay so much attention, right? They want to bring this leg back and show you, look, I brought it exactly where I started. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of times, you know, when we're kicking, if you're actually approaching, right, and you're gonna kick, you want to go forward. You want to just take that ground you just gained. So the return, you know, it's important, but let's not become like that, acting like that's the main part of the technique, like where I want to do a kick and then really emphasize that my knee came back and then put my foot down. I don't want to do that. But what I do want to do is I want to practice picking up my knee close to my body, sucking my foot in close to my body here, right? So that way if the opponent is kind of moving forward to me, even if I'm out of space, like if I have a space like this, I can still get my foot on my target and step away, right? Just by lifting my leg in the correct way. So we can move the body, starting half facing, we pick up the foot with no step, back, down. We can even practice timing it, right? That's another way of doing it. So we're here, I can throw the first kick, and then throw the second kick, kind of as a way of replicating what would happen if the opponent's running in towards me. And it also just makes me helps me keep me honest with my hip placements, right? If I'm just lifting my foot and just kind of doing this, when this thing comes back at me, I'm gonna be knocked off balance, right? So I wanna make sure that as it comes back towards me, that I still have enough balanced position, my hip being on the inside of my heel, that as I make impact, the power transfers into the floor because I'm kind of wedged, and that allows me to make impact without getting knocked back.